Okay, let's talk about something a little painful. What happens when your best quality, your kindness, actually starts to, well, destroy you?
So, does this sound familiar? I mean, really familiar? It's that awful sinking feeling, right? You give and you give. And just when you think you've given enough, someone asks for more. Your generosity stops being a gift and just becomes what's expected of you.
And that leads us right to this really powerful quote. It just hits you, doesn't it? The idea that being good, if you're not careful, if you don't have boundaries, it won't protect you. It'll just leave you completely drained and empty. It's a total trap. And that right there, that's what we're calling the kindness paradox. It's this crazy situation where trying to do the right thing, trying to be a good person, actually ends up hurting you. A lot. So to really get our heads around this, I want to tell you a story. It's about a man named Thomas, and let me tell you, his story is basically a perfect example for anyone out there who feels like they just give and give and give. So here he is, Thomas. Everybody in the village loves him. He's the guy you call for anything. He's got that warm smile, he's always ready to help, and his heart, well, it just never ever says no. And you know what happens next, right? The requests, they start piling up. It's not just one person anymore, it's everyone, the whole village. And look at these. They aren't even asking anymore. They're demanding. Fix my roof. Lend me money. Build the well. It's just assumed Thomas will do it. No thought for him at all. But here's the thing. On the outside, he's the hero of the village. But deep down, he's starting to wonder, why do I feel so weak? Why am I so empty? He's completely collapsing on the inside, and he can't figure out why doing good feels so incredibly bad. And then it hits him. This is a devastating moment. His kindness, the very thing he's most proud of, has become a prison. People don't actually respect him for it. They're just using him. His kindness isn't a virtue anymore, it's a weakness they can exploit. But just when things look their worst, something changes. This is the turning point. A wise old merchant comes to town, and he sees something nobody else has bothered to look for: the absolute exhaustion hiding behind Thomas's smile. And this merchant, he asks a question that just cracks everything wide open. He says, "You think being good means saying yes to everyone. But tell me, how do you feel?" Think about that. For the first time maybe in years, someone isn't asking Thomas for something. They're asking about him. And here's the big lesson from the merchant, and it's a total game changer. He basically says, kindness without a strategy, that's just self-destruction. Plain and simple. It's not sustainable. It's a recipe for burnout. So the merchant lays it all out for him. Two paths. On one side, you have unstrategic giving. That's Thomas's life right now, where his help is worthless, his time isn't valued, and his yes means nothing. But then there's this other path, strategic giving. And look at the difference. His help is valued. His time is respected. His yes suddenly becomes powerful. Okay, so Thomas has the wisdom now. But hearing advice is the easy part. The hard part is actually doing it. So let's see what happens next. This is the transformation in action. And here it is, his very first no. He says it to Mr. Harrison, the guy who always wants something. And listen to what he says. "No, I'm tired. My body needs rest. You'll have to find someone else. No excuses, just the honest truth." For him, this is huge. It's an act of survival. Okay, so the next no is even tougher. It's to his friend Robert, who keeps borrowing money. And again, look how direct he is. "No, you borrowed from me 3 times and never paid me back. I won't lend you money again." Wow. He's not just saying no, he's explaining why. He's holding Robert accountable. This isn't mean, this is setting a firm, necessary boundary. And can you imagine how he felt? The script says his hands were shaking, and I bet they were. It's terrifying to break a habit you've had your whole life. But on the other side of that fear, for the very first time, he felt free. He was finally taking his power back. So what happened? Did everyone hate him? Not at all. And this is the part that might surprise you. The people who always took him for granted, they actually started treating him with respect. It's like once he started valuing himself, they had no choice but to value him too. So this is a great story, but what does it mean for us, for you? Let's break down what Thomas learned into something we can actually use. Let's talk about what strategic kindness really looks like. All right, here are the principles. Think of them as the new rules. Number 1, protect your energy. It's not an infinite resource. 2,
Choose who deserves your help. Not everyone does. 3. Give to people who appreciate it, not the ones who just exploit it. And finally, number 4. Expect and require respect in return. It's not about being less kind, it's about being smarter with your kindness.
And this really sums it all up, right? Real kindness is strategic. It's about knowing who to help, when to help, and how to help. You stop being an open-for-all buffet and start being a valuable, respected resource.
And listen, this is so important. Do not feel guilty for saying no. Seriously, don't you dare apologize for setting a boundary. If this story feels like your life, consider this your permission slip to stop.
Because here's the bottom line, and I want you to really let this sink in. You are not selfish for protecting yourself. You are wise. It's the only way to make sure you have enough kindness left to give, without letting it destroy you in the process.
So I'm going to leave you with this one last question to chew on. Is your kindness a gift that you give freely, or has it become a prison that you're trapped in? Really think about it, because your answer, well, it could change everything.